This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, all.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So yesterday we have started with transactions. There is miscellaneous transactions, sub-inventory transactions, and we have discussed about. We have to start with Now in inventory, we are going to discuss about inter-organization transfers without IR and ISO. Meaning directly the source organization will be able to supply the material to my destination organization. So as a part of this, first meaning we should have both the organizations, that is we should have source and destination organization. So here in our case we'll use our member organization as our destination organization. We are going to assign the material from our master to member organization. So make sure that item is assigned to both source and destination organization. So let me just create an item and assign the item to both source and destination organization. Inventory. Items, master organization, and here GSS. GSS IO item, inter-organization item, and I'm going to assign some template here. Tools, copy from finished goods, apply. Save. Now I'm going to assign this item event to our member organization. So this is the item which is created in our master. Now how do we assign this item to our member organization? So tools, organization assignment. I'm also going to assign this item to this member organization. So make sure that the item is assigned to both source and member organization. Here my source is GSS and here GSM is my member organization. Now we must define receiving controls. We must define receiving controls for the item for the organization for which we are going to receive the goods. So we already have defined these options at the time of creating our inventory organization. So at the time of creating inventory organization, we have created accounting information, inventory information, and also receiving information. Now open the periods for both source and destination organization. Now we already have opened the periods for source organization, that is GSS. Now we are going to open the periods in member organization. Accounting close cycle, inventory accounting periods. So here by default the status will be future. Change the status to open. Now define shipping networks. Meaning a shipping network is going to determine the routing between our source organization and the destination organization. Meaning how are we exactly going to ship the goods to our customers. So in order to define these shipping parameters, set up organizations shipping networks. Shipping networks. So from which organization to which organization you wanted to create here? Here we are going to define from GSS to GSM. Meaning we are going to define a shipping network from GSS to GSM. And transfer type is physical transfers or logical transfers. When it is a physical transfers, you select the transfer type as in transit. And freight on board is meaning the responsibility of the source organization will be seized upon once the destination organization is going to receive the goods. Then we have to select the freight on board as receipt. Shipment meaning the responsibility of the source organization will be over once they perform the shipment. And here you are going to select your receipt routing, meaning how are we going to receive the goods in our destination organization. Direct meaning it is the responsibility of the source organization to deliver the goods directly into the inventory of my destination organization. Standard meaning the source organization is going to deliver the goods at some shipping point or shipping location. From there the destination organization is supposed to collect the material. Whereas inspection required meaning before taking the goods directly into our destination organization, we are going to perform inspection before receiving the goods. But we'll see all the three options. First we'll start with direct. In transit meaning physical transfers. Direct meaning it is the responsibility of the source organization is to deliver the goods directly at my inventory organization. Create shipping network and you enter all these details. That is the accounts required for. I'm just going to enter what are the accounts which are going to hit in the process of inter-organization transfers. Secondary accounts. Transit inventory. Save. A shipping network is created from GSS to GSM. Now the source, or say before we start creating some transactions or before shipping, I'm just going to update some stock levels in my source organization. So here first I'm going to create some miscellaneous transaction.
Sir, one doubt. We have created the shipping network in the inventory organization, but we have provided the source as the master to member. Correct. In the same way, we can create the shipping network at any organization level, showing the source as master and destination as member.
Pardon, I did not get your point.
See, now we have created the shipping network from member organization, But when creating the member shipping network, we have given the source as master
Yes.
organization, and destination as member. In the same way, we have we can create, if we are not going to create the shipping network from the member, we can create from the same shipping network from the master organization also, right?
Actually, you mean to say that I have created a shipping network being in our member organization? Can I create the
Correct.
shipping network by if my current working organization is GSS? Yes, we can create.
Yes. Okay, okay. But what if I want to transfer the items from again from source member to master? We have to create another line.
Say here, when I'm creating a shipping network, it is just an here where is the setup organizations, here shipping network, here it is by default it has selected as GSM. Here you can still change it to GSS and click on file. You will be able to see the shipping networks created between. This is for basically searching the organization. By default it is going to show you the current working organization, but you can able to create even a network between GSM to GSS. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I'm just going to update some stock levels in my inventory here. Transactions, miscellaneous transactions. This is miscellaneous receipt. What is the item? GSS invoice. I'm going to update some stock. Meaning, as of now, in my inventory, I have a stock of some 1000 in my inventory. Now I'm going to create in shipping. So in transit method, first we have to ship the goods from source organization, and later we have to receive the goods in our destination organization. So the organization which is going to create the shipment, for them we have to create inter-organization transfer. Inter-organization transfer. What is my current working organization here? GSM. But actually we wanted to transfer the material from GSS. So we have to change our organization to change organization to GSS. Meaning now my current working organization is GSS. Now transactions, inter-organization transfers. So here. Now to which organization you wanted to transfer? So when I open the list, if the organization is displayed automatically, meaning there is a shipping network between GSS to that organization. If we have not established any network, that organization will not get displayed here. So here, this is to member organization. And what is the transfer type? We have direct and in transit. But here when I open the list, it is going to default in transit method, because the network style that we have opted is in transit shipment. And what is my shipment number? With what shipment number this organization is going to ship the material? 55. I just given some number, shipment number. Optionally, we can give our freight carrier name, containers, bill number. Meaning these are all the information which is required to carry the goods from one place to another place. And click on transaction lines. Duplicate shipment number. Somebody has created. Okay, I'll just create some 830. Click on transaction lines. And here, which item you wanted to transfer here? This is G. And here, moreover, you can see it is going to show us only those items which are common for both of these organizations here. G. And into which sub-inventory you wanted to transfer? From which sub-inventory you wanted to transfer? I wanted to transfer from stores. Oh, we have taken the goods into which stores? Okay. To which sub-inventory of my destination? This is optional, you can see here, because winning with this, the material will not be updated immediately for both of these organizations. So we are just trying to ship the material from our source organization, and it is decision up to the destination organization into which stores they wanted to take the material. They can take into store 1, but here we are just suggesting it as store 1, but we can override this to sub inventory when physically we are going to receive the material in our destination organization. And quantity is, we are going to transfer some 100 quantity. That's what I was just checking. What is the sub inventory that I have selected here? It should show the available quantity here. We have created transaction for the same item, right?
Yeah, same.
Or we have taken the goods into damaged stores.
But from member you have done the for member you have done the transaction, I think so. Member organization.
Okay. I'll just create a transaction for my. This is GSS. This is not an inter-organization transfer. This is some miscellaneous transaction. Or else I can transfer other item. Which item? Because we already have data for stock for this GSS item, right? So to my member organization, this is my shipment number. Some 670 is already there.
Right.
And here we have other items, right? I'll just go for this new item. Now we have 900 quantity. 900 quantity. This is from main stores. This is just a suggestion, but we can override this. And quantity is some 100 quantity. Save this. A shipment is created, 522, I guess, right? That is my shipment number. So with what shipment number we have shipped the goods is 522.
So in this case we have created the in-transit shipment, so the inventory will reduce from the source and it will not show in the destination organization.
Absolutely.
It will be received.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Here you can see this is the shipment which is created, and when you check your on-hand quantity, that much quantity is reduced here. On-hand quantity here. This is GSS new. GSS new. When you see the availability here, it is 800. Earlier it was 900. Right. Now physical quantity in the source organization, it is still not increased. You can see when we change organization, when we change our inventory organization to BS, meaning as if I am now in destination organization, and when I check on hand availability, maybe you are correct, like we have created a transaction GSS IO. Yes, earlier we have created a transaction in what? Destination. No issues, but we have transferred which material here? GSS new item. Now, when this organization is going to physically receive the goods, transactions receiving receipts, transaction receiving receipts. This is the navigation to receive the goods at my, meaning now the control is at my destination organization, receiving receipts. Here you can search by your shipment number, meaning what is the source of receiving the material in our inventory. Either we can receive the goods from our purchase order, or there is shipment number, or we can also give our RMA number when we are going to receive any sales returns from our customers. But here I'm going to give my shipment number, that is 522. Click on close this. Have we not opened the periods? Okay, say here we should also open the periods in GL. For receiving, it is compulsory that we have to open the periods even in GL. Already we have created a responsibility, but did I set any profile option to this? Yes, it is set. Now we have to open the periods even in GL. Setup, open, close. This is only one time process. I wanted to open the periods from Jan. After opening the periods, I'm going to open my target period. Open target period up to April, meaning I'm going to open the periods up to April. Now we'll be able to create our receipt. Go to inventory. Now transactions, receiving.
Sir, when we entered into the inventory responsibility, why it is not asking to select the inventory organization by default?
No, it will ask you when we are going to perform any transactions like this. When I'm trying to create a receipt, it will ask you for which organization you wanted to create.
Okay.
This is GSL. And here you give your shipment number, that is 522, and click on and when you close this, we should also open the periods in purchasing also. This is the receipt which is created in Purchasing, but we have not created any responsibility for purchasing here. As expected, we have to now again create a responsibility for go to we have not created any purchasing responsibility as such here. I'm going to select system administrator. Security responsibility define. This is GSS PO. Application is purchasing. Data group is standard data group. Application is purchasing. Menu is purchasing. Super user GUI. All reports is the name of my request group. And to this, I'm going to restrict my profile through my business operating unit through profile option. Responsibility is GSSPO, and the profile option that we have to set for this is MO operating unit. My MO operating unit here is GSS. Now assign this responsibility to users. Security user define. Which user? GSS user.
Don't don't we need to assign the HR security profile for the operating for this?
Not required. Now I'm going to switch to which responsibility? PO. Here I'm going to open the periods. Accounting. So here we have control. Setup. Financials. Accounting. Control purchasing periods. Control purchasing periods. Okay. So for this purchasing, we have to complete some initial setups. That is, we have to define our financial options and payables options. Setup, organizations, financial options. Just map these accounts for your operating unit. This is and liability is some 3000 account. Meaning, don't worry, I'll be going more in detail about these options later when I'm going to start the procurement process. And you select your inventory organization. Always here you select your master inventory organization. Save this. Now I'm going to receive the goods in my destination organization. After defining financial options, let us open the periods here. Setup.
Receiving notes.